We're live.
Yo. Whoa. Thought you start over. It started right.
We starting right now.
Welcome to the Watchers Podcast.
The unofficial sponsor of I Can't Show the Label.
The MDZ.
Yeah, it gets the mood going.
In your beezy.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you.
Sheezy.
Oh, me? Nothing. Just enjoying the smooth plastic.
Already.
Peaches and cream.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Watchers Podcast. WATCH. Hard ERZ. I'm your host.
Podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast, folks. If you ain't figured it out. This is episode
47.
47. Getting up there. 47. So
I'm going to learn a different language just to
say it in a different language.
Add a spin to that.
Yeah. It's always fun to learn different languages.
Don't ask me a number in any other language or something. I forgot all that shit. I did German in school at one point. I think I did French at one point. But don't ask me. I know eins, zwei, drei. That's it.
I don't know that much. I only know a couple of phrases.
I only know one French word in German, just like bunte Shin.
And they're not appropriate for TV, so.
I was trying to learn a different language from like watching DVDs back in the day, though. I want to watch them and different things.
They got Rosetta Stone. They got that other one that's getting almost as popular as Rosetta Stone. What's it called?
Google actually translated now.
What's that one called?
Oh,
Babel.
Yeah.
Babel, Rosetta Stone. So, just a message for today. If you want to learn another language, people, go ahead and do it. So, to my left,
Tavon, Tri-State _tip,
a.k.a. Matthew.
Matt's gone. So he was only here for the summer.
Oh damn, man!
He was
Matt was cool. I like that.
Yeah, Matt was a real good dude, man.
Matt was a real one.
Never got to meet him, but I heard good things.
Yeah.
All right. Smitty Green Giant on Instagram.
The podcaster formerly known as
the
Damage.
Yeah.
I'm saying that should be your name.
I might get a shirt that says that.
The podcaster formerly known as the Damage.
I know. I'm thinking about getting tattooed on my hand. Actually, and just do it like this. We'll see.
You kind of tied it up on the camera. I'm looking over it.
I know.
Tat it up.
I know. I'm full of it.
You remember that song?
Yeah.
I've been trying to talk Jason and getting it. I've been trying to get Jason.
Wanted to be a singer so bad.
Well, he got the shirt and the hair for it.
Sorry, ladies that like bald men with tattoos. I am not your man.
I am.
I have big fat zero.
I am. Bring them.
But I do design tattoos if anybody needs a tattoo drawn up.
Yeah, he actually did.
He's got a couple of them.
Yeah, he did 2 of them for me, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Supposed to be working on another one.
When is that coming up?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. I had to say this like every other month, and he says, "Yeah, I'm working on it." Ladies and men, it took him like a year just to get the first one.
It takes me a long time.
You can't rush greatness.
I know. I love it though, but I was on him.
Yeah. That's my bad. I should work more efficiently. And to our far right,
the homie known as.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
He checking his drafts.
Is that close?
His fantasy football.
Yeah.
That one.
All right. So.
And then
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. And you know who I am. Tiger Helly 19 on the Snapchats and IGs. On the Facebook, it's the government. Jason Williams. Follow the stripes.
Awesome. So, how was everybody's week?
I was good before today.
I was sweating like Debo, like what's his name, Smokey and Debo's chicken coop with the Eagles game today. But other than that,
my week's cool. I can't really complain. I am, and we'll do a little plug here. I'm a little sad about the food truck being gone.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say something about that too. But.
So we got a food truck we frequent on the weekends, and unfortunate events happen, and they will not be back out from what I hear.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a shame too, because they are some real good peoples, man.
Shout out to Bubba, a.k.a. Khalil.
Mm-hmm. Snake Man.
The Snake Man. Good folks. good food. Has a couple restaurants and food truck. Plum Pit. If you know the Plum Pit, you already know what it is. Okay. If you don't know the Plum Pit,
it's one of those words.
Tongue twisters. If you don't know the Plum Pit, get familiar. Also has the Tattooed Pig.
Yeah, the Tattooed Pig. They're known for. Well, I go to that truck to get that jerk sauce.
Well, everybody know where it's at.
One's in Ashton, PA, and the other one's in Media, PA.
Okay. Ashton and Media. So if you're local.
Yep.
Tattooed Pig is the restaurant front.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They got two of them, and plus the truck. But apparently, Bub got burned pretty good. So,
yeah, I saw some pictures.
I was like, damn.
He's been keeping everybody updated on Instagram and on Facebook. Mm-hmm. He's trying to make light of the situation, giving us some jokes. But
yes, he's a human empanada right now.
It's an actual serious situation, but he's taking it in stride, and thoughts, prayers, positive energy out his way.
Yeah.
I know he mad. He had to cut his hair. They cut his hair, man.
They
cut his hair, man. Go ahead, let it grow back, Bubba.
Nah. Stay bald, man. Stay bald.
But shout outs to Bubba. Yeah.
What y'all want to start with?
Apparently, the football season started on Thursday. Some teams lost and some teams won. And I mean, if you guys want to say something about it,
all right. NFL season started, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting all summer for this.
Started good.
There we go.
Week 1.
Start off with a Chiefs loss.
You got until tomorrow night to finalize the team you want to win this year. I don't want to hear no switching sides. And honestly, that's just for the fair weather football watcher. Everybody who's kind of consistent already has their teams. Win, lose, or draw. Yeah. So, some of us win more than nothing.
Already. Here we go.
I'm done. But, yes, NFL season started. So, it's still early on. It's too early to tell anything.
Yeah.
I think everybody's still shaky because a lot of players didn't play in the preseason. So
we didn't.
We damn sure did.
It's all right. Yeah. It's only one game, man. It's only one game.
Yeah, we be back.
Well, Burrows didn't even play at all.
Yeah,
no preseason, no.
So this is technically like a preseason game for him.
Year doing it.
Yeah, he's done it 3 years.
Yeah.
He always comes out to a little slow start, but I just don't want to make it a habit.
Say you have to play one preseason.
Yeah, like
get it out.
Like I don't want to make it a habit of us digging a hole the beginning of every season and be like, oh, well, we can come back. Like you just want to start off strong. You want to set a tempo, set a pace. But
when did he get injured? Was that in practice?
Training camp, I think.
Yeah, he got injured in one of the training camp practices.
Gotcha.
It was the calf.
Okay,
but he good. He'll be back. We got the Ravens on the clock next week in the jungle, so
all right,
we can go out there and do what we do.
Well, like I said,
but speaking of Burrow,
what's up?
This week he became the highest paid football player in NFL history.
Yeah, he got the bag. He got the bag. I mean, he earned it.
He got the bag. So now it's just time to play like it. So
okay,
which he gonna be there. We gonna be all right. We gonna be
nice.
I ain't hitting the panic button yet.
I was great throw socket wrench at the Eagles game at the second half today though, but
yeah, y'all got shaky.
We looked good. Defense looked good, but they got tired real quick.
Dirty Mac got to work in that second half.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, we're still early on, so I'm sure more stories and news are developed throughout the season.
How about your 49ers today?
I don't like to brag.
I mean, y'all look good.
We do look good. We did look good against the Pittsburgh Steelers, so take that for what you want it to be worth.
I don't care. A win's a win.
Yeah. I'll feel better.
Well, I play a competitive team.
I'll feel better week 5, week 6, week 7.
All right.
I think one of the weeks you got us.
Yeah, we got them too.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm gonna know better.
Yeah. We got Devo noted.
Then I'll know. Then I'll know if we legit or not.
I mean, it's early. I think some of the parts I hate about football season though, it's not even the other fan bases because they're gonna talk shit.
Cowboys fan nation is annoying.
But no, it's not even that for me. It's your own fan base sometimes. Like I'm in all these Cincinnati Bengals groups, of course, And you got mugs hitting the panic button already, like,
it's just one game.
Joe got the bag now. He ain't showing like it's
because Aaron Rodgers got y'all on. Got this. Everybody on notice.
Noted.
We'll see. It's a tough division. I'm not gonna lie. It's a tough division. So
it's Wild West out there, but it is what it is.
He got what? Mahomes, Jackson, Burrows, Watson.
What's the boy?
Who else is it? Was it Jimmy? Porn star Jimmy?
Yeah. Herbert. There's a lot of good QBs.
Y'all got a murderer's row in that division.
Allen.
A lot of young quarterback talent out in the AFC.
Yeah.
But speaking of, just before we change gears all the way, do you guys have college teams? I know Cap is USC. I'm the U. Miami Hurricanes.
No. No.
Rutgers.
I don't have. I don't really have one. But my grandma is a big diehard fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
That's your team, then. That's Brian's team.
Yeah, so I'll run with them though. But just based off of the strength of her, I never really had a college team. I just like watching the games.
Yeah. Are y'all watching Colorado?
Yeah, I watched some of it yesterday. I mean, they
Coach Prime.
They looking good though. I mean,
I'm gonna mess up his name, but the receiver cornerback they got
is it Travis? Is it Walker?
No, Hunter. Whoo. Some of the times, man, he make it look real easy. And
I'm saving it till we can go against when they play Oregon. And he played USC going against some big name receivers. I want to see him do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I like the kid, but I'm like, they ain't really.
He playing on both ends, right?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But he's actually, believe it or not, he's a better basketball player than football player.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn.
He should hoop.
I think football was it just like pastime sport. It was just something he was just doing just to stay in shape.
He really plays basketball more.
Man, he got a real interesting decision he gonna have to make too, because I think he's playing this year too. So we'll see what happened with him.
I hope Coach Prime is successful though.
I'm rooting
because I already successful.
Because I didn't. Yeah.
But
he's selling that stadium out too. He bringing a lot of spotlight.
Team won one game in 2.
So he done won a championship already.
Free food from him all year.
That's Patrick Beverly when they win the play-in tournament.
He said Patrick Beverly.
Because what I didn't like is the criticism he got once he left Jackson State. I was like, he did a lot for Jackson State.
Yeah, he
went
did.
there,
he did.
Made them successful, put them on the map, gave them exposure, and I didn't like the fact that I kind of felt like people thought he had to stay at a HBCU because he was at a HBCU. But I'm like, why do we got to be in a box where you want us to stay?
A chance to do bigger and better things. Why wouldn't you?
Because I feel like
to prove that you can do it at a bigger scale.
A white coach leaving a Division II school or whatever,
right?
Wouldn't catch flack for moving up to a Division I. Right. So I didn't like how
And then he goes and then he's like, "You left." The thing is,
nah, he did his thing.
Yeah, he made that organization a successful football program.
I mean, if anything, he did right by them. They didn't do right by him for giving him faulty behind equipment and some other stuff. That's a whole other discussion, though. But
yeah,
Ed Reed told y'all what it was.
Nope. It'd be us, but.
Anything else football?
Eagles
definitely not.
I'm just happy the Eagles won. I don't care right now. I was gonna say, that Coco Golf won the U.S. Open.
Can you say that one more time? I don't think Jason heard it.
Congratulations to Coco Golf for winning.
You gotta laugh when you do it.
Who that?
Yeah, make sure everybody understands.
Be serious.
Who that?
I'm trying to be serious, but every time I'm saying it,
that's the girl Serena passed it the darn Thorn to.
Oh, the young girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen her on the TV.
I thought you heard about it.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Coco Golf won the U.S. Open.
19 years old.
19 years old. I'm gonna let y'all have that moment. But yes, shout out to
congratulations to Coco Golf.
It's like Jared Goff. Not spelled different. Actually, it's Gauff.
Yeah, I saw it on the TV the other day. It was I don't know. I was at the bar. It was on TV.
Okay.
They were playing golf.
I knew you were.
They were playing tennis.
Yeah.
I thought you was really into.
FIBA World's champion. FIBA World's basketball. Was going down the past few weeks. Germany won, I believe.
Yeah,
that's the whole country.
Yes, and second place went to who'd they play? Serbia.
Serbia. Yeah.
Serbia.
Canada won.
Canada won bronze.
Yeah.
Canada beating out U.S. for bronze actually, with
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks
went off. Yeah, 39.
Get about 39 or 40 points. It was going for like 8 for 10 for 3.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
that's the boy from
the Memphis that was talking.
Oh yeah.
When they had to play the Lakers.
Yeah.
He showed that he could play basketball.
Yeah, he said, "Yo."
Dennis Schroeder.
He said, "Y'all know
he went off, me. Man.
Showed up.
Yeah, he had a good series this whole time.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the U.S. did not place. Did not medal in this.
I'm not surprised, man.
They haven't in the past 2 years. It don't make no. I don't care about it.
I thought
they could have. It's just whatever.
I thought they was going to go.
They could at least got bronze, but whatever.
I thought they was going to get a bounce before that. Honestly, but
it's really the main 4 teams that be really competing with the U.S. But I just don't understand how y'all getting smoked by Kelly Olynyk.
I don't know. That's crazy.
And the boy on Germany, the big that they got, Daniel Tice, and
they just
like,
know how to play. Man,
yeah.
Shout out to Deutschland.
Yes, that's your hometown, right?
My birth country.
Okay.
I always root for.
Einstein Dry.
Yeah,
that's right. If you ever go back, just
I'm gonna hit him with that. Einstein Dry.
Oh, so you got dual citizenship, right? Huh? You got dual citizenship, right?
It's not really. Not so much. It's complicated.
Any other sports news we want to tackle while we're here? World Cup. 2K came out. That new 2K24 out.
Why now you wait? We can talk about video games.
All right, we'll save it.
Yeah.
Any live sports that I'm missing?
It was a massive UFC upset last night.
I see.
And I'm not mad at the loss, but
I don't know if it's on paper.
It's an upset.
On paper, it was an upset because they gave what's his name like a negative 500 bet not. But on paper, it's the biggest upset.
Yeah.
But when you look at them, the boy is big.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland looks like a light heavyweight that's dropping down.
I think he was at light heavyweight at one point.
I gotta go check.
I think
he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking away from
the fight,
the ability, but it's something to
look at.
Strength.
Consider.
And we saw it in boxing when we saw
Earl Spence
Crawford, and the way he was moving Earl Spence around with those hits, that weight is there for a reason. And shout out to Izzy. I mean, he lost. He took it with grace, and I think they're going to try to do a rematch. But
I give Izzy credit though, because he is fighting guys in there that is like naturally bigger than him, and he's been he's been handling a good portion of them. He just ran into 2 brick walls as a plate. Man,
I think Dana White didn't want those 3.
He didn't want to book that fight to begin with.
3 black champions anymore, though.
He didn't want to put him in there with Strickland to begin with.
Champions got to go.
And I you know what? I want Sean O'Malley to get knocked the fuck out. It's something about he doesn't have much on his resume for one. All right, he beat.
Don't say that.
Aljamain Sterling.
He beat him.
But
referee beat him. Man.
But they did early stop that. I will say that was an early stoppage.
My man turned on his back to get up.
That was an early stoppage.
A lot of people were saying that, though. But he caught him clean. But
it was a clean catch. People get caught.
Yeah,
but Aljamain was not out. He was not out.
He was getting up.
Yes. He rolled over to get up,
and the ref called it. So that was a real bad stoppage. Though. I mean, I will admit, but I'm not taking away from the win. But he gonna catch his though. So
that's what I'm waiting for most. I'm waiting for Sean O'Malley to catch that out. I don't really hate Sean Strickland like that. I ain't got nothing against him. I mean, I seen him a lot on social media lately, but I don't got nothing against him. Sean O'Malley's just a little kind of coming off on me wrong a little bit. No,
he got humbled a few years ago. Marlon Vera beat the brakes off him.
He beat the orange juice out of him there.
And Dana White looked at him and said, "I told you wasn't ready for this shit."
No. And they won't put him in there with him again because he said.
But he technically might have to for him because he's number one contender.
So that's going to be another interesting thing.
If Sterling don't go for the rematch,
nah, he got to go for the rematch.
He got to get his. Everybody else is getting there, man. Give him his shot.
So. I wish they had something in place for like bad stoppages. Like I know it's the judge's decision and what they decide, but I wish there was something in place.
I think they did.
Where like there's like
I think they do.
There's nothing that you can do.
Whereas like
at night,
like the judges can. Hey, we're gonna look at this.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's restart the. I mean, I know they're not gonna.
But
do
then it's weird
like
because like, how do you reset that, right? Yeah. So how do we put y'all back into the situation y'all was in before we stopped this? Where you were dazed on the ground and
they do it like wrestling.
One free hit. You
like wrestling when they reposition and y'all be like, yo, get back on the ground, lay on the ground.
Yeah, but it's hard to replicate. Yeah. That's the importance of the referees when it comes to this, though. And shout out to referees because old boy just retired from basketball.
Yeah.
Man.
And they dropped They dropped the investigation.
He had a burner account.
Man, can't not think of his name.
Eric Lewis.
Eric Lewis. Shout out to Eric Lewis. You son of a gun.
Yeah, he got out before the kitchen got hot.
You son of a gun.
They said if you resign now. We stopped investigating.
He was in there, roasting the players and everything else. I'm like, damn.
All right. Where was I talking about? UFC. Yeah. I didn't get to watch the card, so I don't really know who else was on that card.
I didn't peep it either.
I know. I saw the highlights from the Izzy's fight. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming he'll ask for that rematch. And we'll go from there. Hopefully, one of these. I don't want to sound biased, but yes, one of these young black brothers get their championship back. Anything else, sports?
No, I think we Gucci on sports.
I can't. Nothing's hit me at the top of my head.
Women's volleyball.
I love women's volleyball. Actually, I do.
Women's basketball, no.
Dude, you have to watch some of the aces. I will Google you some of the players from the Las Vegas Aces. It may pique your interest. Huh?
All right, what we got next, man? Let's before we get too lost. Let me try to get him back out the rabbit hole. What else we got?
Oh, you know what? Had a couple of deaths. A couple deaths.
We did?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett passed away last year.
Margaritaville.
Yeah, Margarita.
Okay.
Last year?
Billionaire.
Last week. Last week. You might have said last year.
My bad. Last week. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett and Steve Harwell. Smash Mouth. You know his voice. Hey,
now you're rock.
Yes. As soon as you hear
the
voice,
singer, the lead singer. Okay.
Yeah. So thoughts and prayers. Yeah, family, friends,
this year,
fans. But Jimmy Buffett. Like when I first used to hear about him, I thought he was like a businessman.
Because you're thinking of Warren Buffett.
all the money. Yeah, but Jimmy Buffett was worth a lot of money too.
Okay.
He used to own Cheeseburger in Paradise before they shut it down. I think that was one of the things he did. Well, don't quote me on it. I think he did.
But next time you somewhere you hear Margaritaville, go ahead and toast up to the homie.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
But yeah. Danny Masterson.
Oh.
I don't like.
I used to be a fan of him.
I don't know if I should say this.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna.
Danny Masterson.
If you say it, word it right, like nicely.
I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Danny
That's why I ain't saying
Masterson
nothing.
getting sentenced for some sexual assault. So
Yeah.
How long did he get?
So
30 years,
30 to
life.
life is the sentence. This stemming from like early 2000s. It was multiple accusations, but he got charged for 2 of them.
And I think some of them got dismissed, or I don't know the whole.
There's a
logistics
weird,
thing.
but also
And if you guys don't know who we're talking about Hyde from the '70s show, the one with the curly hair and the shades.
his religious views, I guess it's religion.
Oh, that's another
That
discussion.
had some like weird turns in this whole story too, about possibly them getting involved and yada yada yada. But you can look it up on your own terms. Danny Masterson. Whew.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it, right?
Yeah.
What is he like, 40?
Yeah, he
That's
done.
it. That's it.
He cooked.
And the crazy part is a lot of people don't know his brother. His brother was the oldest brother on Malcolm in the
Malcolm in
Middle.
the
Middle,
Middle.
right.
And then his sister, Alana Masterson, was on The Walking Dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's married to was it Bijou Phelps? I think he's married to her. I think that's who he's married to. I think that's her name, but
Not anymore.
he married to Bubba now. Well, to a guy named.
All right. Yeah. So
He
yeah.
married Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. So
He said he married to Harvey Weinstein.
this is everybody be good. Make sure everything's consensual and do what you're supposed to.
Again, a lot of this stuff may have played into
Another
that
discussion,
religious view.
and we're not going to touch on that one. So.
That
Hey,
whatever that he practiced.
just how he worked.
And
We're not
another-
going to touch on that. Neither should Danny. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
Damn you, Danny.
so yeah. He was my favorite character on that '70s show.
Yeah.
Definitely was. So
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis sticking up for him.
This is one of them rare things where no comment should have been the best answer.
I mean,
That's me. That's just.
you know what I like about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis? It's not even related to this at all. They're one of the few couples that you've seen on TV that actually became a couple.
in real life. Yeah.
They're like real life. Like
You know who I thought that'd be? Motherfucking
Zach and Kelly.
Topanga and
Corey.
Corey.
Yeah, Ben Savage.
and his brother. Oh my god, I had the biggest crush on Wendy as a little
Cooper.
kid.
Man,
Wendy Cooper.
Winnie.
Whatever it was. What was the last name? Winnie
Cooper.
Winnie Cooper, right?
Yeah. I remember that episode. But do you remember that episode where he was home ec cooking partners with Madeline? And he had the ID bracelet, and he left the ID bracelet over Madeline's house.
Yeah.
And they was making some chocolate shit, something with chocolate. And then he's sitting there, and Madeline had the chocolate on her finger. She's like, taste it. Now, mind you, Madeline looked like a grown-ass woman on the show. Winnie, she all prepubescent and shit. Madeline looked like a grown-ass woman. And he in here being scared because she was trying to come at Kevin real hard. Yeah. And then he lost the bracelet. So then he got a new one made, but they misspelled his name. Yo.
To this day, that ending of the Wonder Years like burned me up.
So he didn't end up with her, right?
No, he doesn't. The dad ends up dying, not in the show, but after the show.
It was a monologue.
Yeah, the dad dies. The brother takes over the furniture company. Him and Winnie don't get married, but they're still cool, and he meets
somebody else.
And Winnie.
Man, I was pissed when I saw that, though. I was like,
not to mention, there's a current version.
I heard
of the Wonder Years. It's pretty good.
The black kid, but it's Don Cheadle.
It was from the black Americans' point of view about the same time. It's actually really good.
Okay. Is it still coming in?
Yeah, it just came back this season.
I think they stopped it.
No, it's back on.
Oh, did
they just had a new season. Oh. They're literally in the middle of a new season right now.
Okay.
Or no, it just ended a week or two ago. But that was something that Fred Savage had wanted to do for years. He was executive producer on. That was his idea.
Yeah,
he always wanted to do the
he
black
got fired
version
from that though.
Well, he got into some shit
behind the scenes.
So it was off, and now it's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new Wonder Years is good because that's my favorite TV series, the original.
Yeah.
So when they were bringing it back, I was like, don't just bring it back any old crazy way. Like, make it feel right.
I feel like the only sitcom I really watched all the way through, and it was after it stopped. Well, no, I came in on the last season of it while it was airing. But How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, How I Met Your Mother.
I was late on. I was late bloomer
with Doogie Howser.
Yeah, and I watched it. It was on like Netflix at the time, the first few seasons, and then as I finished it, the last season was airing on TV. But that motherfucking ending pissed me off on that show too. I don't want to give too much away for people who might watch it, but that was a good series.
I was hooked on Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. See, I watched Boy Meets World. I even watched one year. I just never watched the whole thing. I couldn't tell you how it ended. I couldn't tell you how.
So we have related.
You got brothers.
The brother from my series and the brother his series.
Yeah, that was my show. I was skipping dates.
And they got How I Met Your Father.
Yeah,
they canceled it
with Hillary Duff.
They canceled it. Yeah, they just canceled it.
Really?
Hillary Duff. Now that's. I love me some Hillary Duff.
Shout out to Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff, if you're watching right now, just know I'm a Sagittarius.
I'm a Capricorn,
and I walk on the beach or wherever you want to walk at. But yeah, Hillary Duff, How I Met Your Father. I guess I'm gonna watch it because I didn't catch it at all.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. What we got next?
You want to transition to some movies since we're talking about TV?
Yeah,
what was number one this week again?
What's the name?
In theaters?
Yeah. Well, what was the number one?
Equalizer?
The Nun 2.
The Nun 2. Oh yeah, that came out this week.
I didn't see that yet.
Number 2 was The Equalizer 3. Number 3 was My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
They made another
Part 3. I didn't even know there were 2 of them.
I only watched the first one.
I didn't see any of them. Number 4. I don't even know what that movie is. Jawan.
That must be a foreign film.
Yeah, I think that's an Indian movie.
And then number 5, Holding Strong. Barbie still on the charts.
Good enough.
1.4 billion worldwide.
Damn.
About to give them some more of my money.
I got one more run in me, man.
I got 2 or 3. But yeah, you let me know when you trying to go. But yeah, we got some Monsterverse news. We got some
Godzilla Mania.
DC. Got a DC trailer or a teaser leading up to a trailer coming up this week.
Yeah, let's do Godzilla.
I'm with it.
Go ahead, Jules. I know this year.
It's gonna be a very interesting six months with this. So let's see. You got the comic book that's coming out with Godzilla Kong versus the Justice League. Some of it actually, I read some of the stills on it. It looks pretty interesting. And it looks really, really good, man. You got that coming out. Then you got Godzilla -0. And that's going to be December the 1st, which is kind of a rare that they're doing. It's the Toho version, I'm sorry. So it's rare that they're going to release it in November, but they're going to send it over here in Japan. They got a lot of faith in this film, so
that's the Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese one.
So when are we getting it? We're getting it in.
Yeah, we're getting it. It comes out November 28th over in Japan, but it's going to come out December 1st in the U.S.
I'm sorry. That motherfucking Rush Hour movie, I'm thinking about it. Every time I start thinking about Godzilla, I think about this damn line that Chris Tucker said. And he was like, I know how y'all be. He's like, because I seen y'all when y'all be running from Godzilla. It was, I don't know if it was Rush Hour 1 or Rush Hour 2. Him and Jackie was going back and forth talking shit to each other. I know
exactly which one you're talking about.
And he's like, one. They don't lose their cool. He's like, Asians don't lose their cool. He's like, yes, y'all do. I seen how y'all be running from Godzilla. He talking to a Chinese person telling him about Godzilla.
But the one in Japan, that looks really good though, man. It does look good. It's a cool concept that they're going to do it with. If what I've read, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm in a couple chats with some friends of mine that kind of know what's going to happen with it, and they said it's probably going to have some like jaw-dropping moments in it.
Okay.
It looked dark. I like it.
Well, that's the theme that they're going back. They wanted to go back to the what it was, the metaphor of what it was, like the atomic bomb. Because a lot of people don't know when Godzilla was first made, it was supposed to have been like a serious film. Because they couldn't talk about the Lucky Dragon incident and the bombings and all that other stuff because they had a lot of censorship with films. So as a metaphor, they created Godzilla as a representation of the atomic bomb. What ended up happening is the character became popular, like a superhero over there. So they gradually started introducing them in films like we know now. But they wanted to bring it back to the more realistic tone of it. So that's the theme they're going with this one. The next one is is the American one that is going to come out, which is Kong Godzilla X, and that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Again, I'm in a chat with some people that told me some things on it, and I think if you like Kong Godzilla, they're going to up the ante on this one because the threat is going to be a little bit more different. It's going to be a different film. I'll just say that much. I'll tell y'all off air though, but I don't want to say it on here.
Okay.
But it's a real different film for it.
Did you speak about the
Monarch?
Oh yeah, and the Monarch show. It's
series.
It's another Godzilla property, but it's starring Kurt Russell, and it's basically, I guess, it's Kurt Russell's son playing the younger version of him in the flashbacks. But it's supposed to make all of this, the tie in everything with the MonsterVerse film makes sense.
It takes place inside the same universe of everything.
But it's supposed a time jump, but it starts with the first film.
And you've seen some clips of John Goodman's character from Kong
Skull Island.
Yeah, so good month or good period to be
a fan of
Godzilla and the Titans and all the.
They got a Gamera thing on Netflix I heard was pretty good though.
That's the animated. Yeah. I think I heard of that.
I'm probably started this week.
Speaking of Netflix in Japan, One Piece live action came out on Netflix. I don't know if you guys.
I have not seen it yet,
but it's breaking records.
I've been hearing good things.
It's breaking records. I watched it.
I wasn't.
One Piece is a weird anime manga to adapt. You have to go into it with an openness as like if you go into watching Peter Pan or something. It's hard to like
because it's
compare. So when you saw Dragon Ball Z get made to live action, it was because we wanted to see fights. We wanted to see a good fighting movie, right? We wanted to see live action version of Goku, blah 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 blah. We didn't want what we got from that bullshit.
No.
One Piece, just because it's so quirky, they stay true to the quirkiness of the anime manga.
So now I'm just got a question because I've watched some of One Piece, but I've never really been jumping on it. So is this a good jumping point on how the Netflix show started?
You can watch it without watching One Piece. They did not go 100% true, but the main plot points are there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Again, some of that stuff to do from the animated shit is kind of hard to replicate in real life. So
because I've seen some of it, but I just really I haven't been like it's still ongoing now to the show.
Yeah. I think it's the longest
run for like 20 some years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's why.
I'm never going. No, I'm good.
I saw some of the side by sides though, like the scenes.
They are, and the creator of One Piece has been dropping in periodically as they were creating it to oversee some things, and he was there for the premiere unknowingly to some people. So he tried to keep his presence in the making of this.
I saw one thing where I guess the guy had the sword in his mouth.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's his style. He has a 3-sword style.
I was like, okay. And it looked, and weird as it sounded, it looked natural when they was doing it. I was like, okay, that's what I was like. I'm gonna really sit down.
That character, that's his fighting style. He's best with 3-sword.
So I'm really gonna have to peep it out now.
Real quick, because we're kind of in the same vein, but let's go ahead and talk to some. Are we still on movies? Shows.
That's all I have for shows.
Was it for the Godzilla?
Just segue to Godzilla, and then we got a teaser trailer for Aquaman 2. But
okay, let's hit that first, and then I'm gonna segue after that.
I mean, it looks good. I mean,
so
it's not much.
Just came out literally today, a couple hours ago. Aquaman. I gotta rewatch it again, so I can't give you my first. But the first impression from first glance, it looked alright.
Cool.
It looked alright.
It looks like they upped the ante on the action in it. So
I'm surprised it's coming out this year.
I'm surprised, period, because of everything that's been coming out.
Yeah, to me, I think they're saying let's just go ahead and finish this old universe up this year. Let's get it. I thought it was gonna come out like March of next year.
But wasn't this supposed to be the segue into James Gunn's?
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I thought that's what he said. It was supposed to be.
Did you watch the video link I sent you with David Ayer?
Yes.
He didn't get to watch it.
Oh man, he got played.
You know what ruined it for Warner Brothers? Batman vs Superman. It destroyed DC Universe.
I love that movie.
I know you do.
It's my favorite comic
but
book
David
movie.
Ayer kind of confirmed it for me.
Yeah.
He was talking. He has a director's cut of
the movie
of Suicide Squad.
That wasn't the movie that he.
Oh
shot.
Yeah. I know he's been wanting to put his.
So he's out on an interview with John Bernthal right now. You got to find a link in the chat. And he's telling you
exactly what happened.
He got it at his house right now. He was like, if you want to watch it, he got it at his house. But he was describing what happened at that period of time. So he was basically saying that the companies, the big budgets, the financiers and all that, and Warner Brothers don't give a fuck about the movie. They care about numbers, really, right?
If it made money.
And when Batman vs Superman came out, it scared Warner Brothers so bad that they was like directing people to change their shit, and they made his movie into somewhat of a
Ghostbusters type thing,
a funnier story than what it was. He said it was not supposed to be this comedy movie. It was supposed to be a serious redemption movie that I originally plotted, and I got the original right here, but they told me to cut it down and and turned the movie into something that it wasn't. But he was like, it really, the big budget people got all the say so. Basically what he was saying. They even wrote him out of, I did not know he helped wrote Fast and Furious, the first Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He put all the ideas about the locations, some of the characters, and ideas in the movie.
And he gets nothing for it.
And they didn't credit him for it.
They basically just said, all right, you didn't, it was a job for hire. And he didn't get no compensation for it.
Well, you already know how I feel.
But he specifically credited Batman vs Superman changed Warner Brothers. Yeah. Once the bad reviews came in for Batman vs Superman, they panicked.
And that was part of my issue with the reviews, because a movie could get bad reviews. If I want to see it, I'm gonna go see it. But that's not everybody. I feel like a lot of people live and die on what Rotten Tomato tells them is good or bad.
But the crazier part,
because I think if it didn't get the reviews it got, people were going to go watch it. Like, they panned the shit out of that movie, so that a lot of people, I don't want to see it. I'm not going to go see it because Rotten Tomatoes said it was this and that. Yeah. No, take your ass, go see it because you want to see it. The worst that can happen is, I tell people, the worst that can happen is you go see a movie and you don't like it. Okay, you wasted $15 and 2 hours of your time.
They didn't think, he didn't, basically the way I worded it for me was, he didn't think that the studio didn't think 800 it made about 800 million, and that movie they were banking in about $1 billion. That's what they were expecting. But when the reviews came in, and then everybody was saying it was like assault,
and I felt like the reviews swayed a lot of people. But that's a whole nother.
But what ended up happening, the crazier part with Air is he didn't put the cut of the movie out that came out. A trailer company out in Canada recut his film and put out what you got.
Yeah.
So the credit scene with Batman and Bruce and Waller, they said it's a longer scene with them, and that was in the middle of the movie. That was in the middle of the movie, but they flipped that scene to the post-credit scene, and they took some other parts out. It was more Joker in that movie, a lot more from what I understand.
Yeah, somebody already.
He had said that.
He said it's about a half. He said it's about a good half hour.
Jared Leto had been said he was like there was so much more that was left
they
out
said,
of the movie.
Because I'm not for sure where I said it or where I seen it, but they were saying that when the cast saw the movie at the premiere, they was all looking at each other like, this ain't the movie we shot. Yeah. So, and they had to really like play coy because of them NDAs. But
yeah,
it's a real good thing though, man. Yeah, listen to it, man. I was like, damn, they played the shit out of him though.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to transition to video games real quick.
That's what I was gonna say.
All right.
I know you and Cap.
Yeah, we getting into that time of the year, Cap.
Yeah,
it's fall. All right. Well, it's not really fall yet. We getting there. We gotta get past Virgo season for. But yes, Madden 2K. We got Baldur's Gate 3. If you into that, I ain't gonna mention Bethesda because I ain't really going with them right now. But
I've been looking at the stuff from Bethesda though.
What you gonna play it on?
Huh?
What you gonna play it on?
It's good. I'm
PC.
Gonna get a system.
It must be getting an Xbox.
Oh, it's not gonna be on.
Because what we were talking about earlier.
So what I'm gonna do is go to YouTube and watch somebody else play it. I do that a lot though. I just I go to YouTube and watch a lot of people play stuff.
Yeah, I usually do that with Resident Evils because I don't never feel like buying them, so I end up watching somebody beat it for the story. We got 2K that just dropped this week. We got Mortal Kombat 1 coming out. We got Spider-Man 2 coming out, boy. And you get to play Miles and Peter and possibly get to play as Venom and look like. In one game.
I just want to be Hobie though.
Dang here.
It looks good though. Yeah, I mean, it looks real good though.
We got the new Call of Duty coming out.
All right. We got UFC 5.
We got UFC 5.
Oh man, that looks good.
So I'm saying all this to say this. Ladies.
The holiday
if
season.
you got a man, he ain't got no PS5 by now. You ain't got no man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't have a PS5, ladies.
I don't have one either.
Just saying. I ain't got a PS5.
All right.
I need a PS5.
Well, I should say he ain't got no woman.
Nah, I ain't got a woman or a PS5. I don't got a woman or a PS5.
If he ain't got a PS5, he ain't got no woman.
Ditto.
All right.
Ditto.
Oh man.
Outside of that, whatever your system may be, but preferably PS5.
Charged up.
Anything in particular you looking for, Corey? Looking towards the most?
I like playing all them shits.
You getting all of them?
Yeah.
Damn.
I like that. This is my time of year where I like to stay in the crib.
I'm sorry, I marked out when I saw Jean-Claude Van Damme on the Mortal Kombat joint.
Yeah, so we will be getting a Jean-Claude Van Damme,
and he's playing the voice
and the voice of
Johnny Cage,
who Johnny Cage was originally modeled after. Mortal Kombat 1 look good. I'm not gonna lie.
It does look good, man.
It look good. And I was telling Corey, I haven't purchased a Mortal Kombat in years, maybe PS2 days.
Now, is this a reboot?
So the way the last game ended, it kind of reset their universe.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening is it's since the events of the last game is starting new.
Okay.
It's starting the whole universe because they got real cosmic shit happened in the last one.
Oh, right.
And now this game is a continuation, but it's also a reboot of the franchise.
Oh, it's starting over.
Combat one.
Yeah.
So are we still dealing with Outworld and?
Yeah. So there's multiple worlds, but there was always like the Elder Gods and shit like that, and some other omnipotent forces and whatever the case may be. But some of the events of the last game led to a rebirth of the universes, and this is what we're getting. So it's going to be a new imagining, new story. Like we see the same characters from before, but Sub-Zero and Scorpion may be friends or brothers now, where were their enemies before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be reimagining. But
because Liu Kang is supposed to be playing the Raiden character, right? Or is it something like that?
So part of the story, Liu Kang became a god, and he, I would say, even surpassed Raiden. So Raiden was like a younger guy. He wasn't the elder god, but he probably made it to that point at some time. But what Liu Kang became was like some holy shit
Oh,
Trent, like, I don't know who the fuck, but he was able to reset all this because the shit was getting fucked up. The multiverses and all the shit was getting real fucked up. There was like timelines being involved, and and again, some of the events from the last one, it caused this great reset, and now that's where we're at.
Oh wow! Because I haven't played a combat game in years. And I was really looking at this one. I was like, well, I may actually like scoop this up, but
I got to play as Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But I saw the Van Damme skin, man. I marked out. I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Yeah. And you know what? These young kids these days don't even know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is.
He was the king of the '80s, man. Well, the early
it's
90s.
People I work with who were born probably late '90s, and they don't know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is.
I put it like this: it was Arnold. Back in the heyday with action films, it was Arnold, Sly, Willis, and then.
But they know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. They know who Sylvester Stallone is because you've seen him
in trash ass movies.
Exactly. But Jean-Claude his height went nosedive after whatever movie was a hit for him. He didn't really have the mainstream presence that Arnold continued to kind of have. Later in life, right?
But it's crazy if you watch some of Jean's films now. You like, man, he was putting in some work in these though, man. But
yeah, it just blew my mind. It just blew my mind that people.
One thing I would
kids today that don't even know.
I know, but one thing I would love to see them do with him now is a time cop film now. If they can de-age him and do something with it, man, that would be fun.
I'd rather put him in Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah, that's true too.
And call him the old Johnny Cage. He was old. He just make him old. I don't even care to say this was
he still can fight though, man.
Literally parody his life, saying he's a out of date movie star from the '80s, but he still fights. I would rather that than Carl Urban.
Yeah,
playing him. I don't understand Carl Urban.
I don't know why he's even playing him to this day. I mean, you had the man right there.
I would do Carl Urban as Kano.
They already had Kano.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Oh. I would rather did him as Kano. Baraka at this point for all.
He could have been Striker for all.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see him as John.
I just don't see Carl Urban doing a split punch, man. But,
it's gonna be awkward.
R.I.P. to the original Kano in the first movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, he passed away. Years ago, but
yeah. So yeah, Corey.
Yeah.
You had to pick one game. You only get to pick one game.
I don't just pick one game.
Just the rules right now.
Because then you left out the EA Sports FC football game.
Pick a damn game.
Then the hockey. I play a lot of them.
You can only pick one game for the fall, Corey. What is it going to be?
That's not going to ever happen. Because I already know I'm going to buy them, majority all of them. But it'll probably be Call of Duty. I put a lot of hours on there.
Okay. All right. I heard they got the zombies on this one. Even though it's modern, is that this year or next year?
No, it's
this year, right? No. Even though they're continuing this Modern Warfare, they're gonna put the zombies in it. Yeah. So I'm gonna play that. I always wanted to play the zombies with new guns, with modern guns, and not the little old shit you had to go and put the musket, put the gunpowder in.
Actually, they got a beta out for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm about to check it out. Is it with the zombies?
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, it just might be the multiplayer. Okay. Yeah. I didn't play the last one all that much. I ain't gonna lie. The first Modern Warfare.
Vanguard was better.
The first Modern Warfare reboot. I fucked with
PS3.
Yeah. No.
4. My fault.
Was it 4? Yeah. That was fire. The second one I couldn't rock with a little bit. I don't know. Something about it just didn't hit like that first one did.
This past one, I didn't log hours like I did.
Yeah.
Like Vanguard, the one before that was better.
Yeah. I used to play Warzone a lot too, but I fell off on that.
I don't like that.
No.
It reminds me of what's that game?
Fortnite. Yeah.
I'm good. That ain't my style.
No.
I like to be in there. 8 versus 8. Let's go kill it.
I could do both. I like the battle royale set. I like Fortnites and the Warzone stuff like that. I like them both.
Yeah, I just remember back in our heyday.
GoldenEye. I knew he was going to say GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was ours, man.
I know he was about to say GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, man. I'm telling you, man. I had missed some like serious days of like some test days.
I was like 4 when GoldenEye came out.
Nah, you had to been older.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's the baby of the bunch. Hey, he's the baby. I forgot he's the baby of the bunch, man.
All right, what we got next?
They gonna be like, yo, you was in college.
Well, when he was 4 years old, he was sitting on the lap.
So yeah, that's you got done with it.
Yeah. I was kind of seeing who was he most excited for. I think I'm most excited for the Spider-Man. I was a fan of the Miles Morales. I was a fan of the original one that came out a few years ago. They keep surprising me on each game. 2 studios in particular, Insomniac Games, who makes the Spider-Man series, and then Naughty Dog, who does the Uncharted and Last of Us series. Those 2 studios, every time they come out with a new one.
They do, what's the name too?
What's that?
Hold on, I might be getting that mixed up with Red Dead Redemption. Matter of fact, they greenlit Part 3.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Yeah, they are doing it. Like Rockstar.
Yeah.
They are doing it.
But you probably gonna see it for they said 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So speaking of,
Because GTA cost them $1 billion to make.
Off subject, real quick.
hold on.
I better. That new GTA better.
No,
I was just
you heard
gonna-
the price they're saying?
This is a
For
segue
the
into
release?
the game things, though.
You talking about to make
To
it?
buy, no,
to
to
buy
make
the
it
game.
and release it, it's gonna cost them $1 billion. So they might not charge $70.
It's
Talking
gonna
about
be more.
charging like 100.
It better come with a bunch of downloadable shit already
You
installed.
been watching the trailers?
I didn't see the trailer, but I saw somebody leak some gameplay. And he got in trouble for it.
Yeah,
Yo,
it looks dope.
Yeah,
They showed the police chase scene. I was like, damn.
yeah.
Do y'all
It
still
was
got,
Cash Wheeler, huh?
So, yeah.
so is there still a update time? Because I remember on PS3, I had I think I had GTA. Was that 4?
Jason, 15 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Don't do that.
Yeah, man. It was bad,
You said
man.
PS3.
I remember
was
that
2006.
joint was updating, right? I had to, because I couldn't play it immediately. You had to update. Yo, I went home
Oh, no, it's quicker.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. It's quicker.
Because back in the day,
night.
we only had dial-up.
I started that night and I woke up the next morning. It was still trying to update.
But
I went ahead to work. It wasn't done.
We
till
getting gigabit speeds
Okay.
now and all that shit.
just
Now.
making sure.
It's
It'll
tough.
take the max for update probably
Yeah.
like 15 minutes.
Okay, that
Yeah,
ain't bad.
we be going through
Because
it.
I'm getting the 5 this year. I'm gonna get the
Okay.
5. I'm trying to see if there's gonna be any bundles.
You
Come on.
just missed
They
one.
got some, and they discounted one of them too.
You just GameStop had them for $400.
What?
Yeah, it came with a
That's
game.
$100.
Game.
That's $100 with Klarna. Yeah, I'm gonna Klarna the hell out of that. I'm Klarna the
I
hell
thought I
out.
told you. I told everybody who I knew ain't have one.
Nah,
Go get one.
if I knew it was 4, I'd definitely Klarna it that day.
Yeah, it's for them things. What are they $450 for right now?
This version.
Yeah,
Okay.
get online.
The one without the disc was hard to find for me. When it first came out, I could not find that.
Well, I want this.
That was the one that people kept trying to sell me. And I was like, I want this.
I could not find that shit.
Because I want the
life.
disc version. 'Cause I know there's a lot of stuff you can download,
Yeah.
but the paranoia in me.
I'm the same
It's
way.
like,
I like
yo,
having me. I like
what
having
if,
a.
what if the system goes down and the network
Yeah.
goes down? I still got my hard
2K?
copies.
2K was the first game I downloaded fully, like a full release game. I did like little like that Ninja Turtles one, but the full like
That
release
thing
game.
was fun.
This new 2K was the first time I downloaded a game. It's not bad.
Me
but
and
I
my
do
boy-
prefer to this.
Me and my boy Dan beat that one.
What's that?
The Cowabunga.
Yeah.
I used Casey Jones.
Yeah, they got a new
that
DLC
was
I'm about to get.
I think it was lit. But while y'all were on the subject of Rockstar, my game that I love, Bully. Yes,
They got
yes,
a part
Bully.
coming out too.
Bully. I've been
Damn, Rockstar trying.
I've been waiting for the sequel to Bully.
I'm into
Like
that stuff.
I still have my PS2 version because I still want to beat it on some. At some point, I'm just get like a PlayStation 2 or something so I can
But
finish
you don't
playing
gotta
that
do
one.
that on the 5. They got the arcade, or you get the catalog.
Oh,
you
I
can
can't-
play PS1 games,
Oh.
PS2, 3, and 4.
Oh, for real?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm with that. Yeah, because I love Bully. That's my game.
you just gonna have to pay the premium
That membership
package,
fee.
yeah.
And I heard
I just paid it that once and don't care. Fuck that.
Ain't it going up then?
Yeah. I heard they're gonna try to, they trying to build that.
How much is it now?
I think it's like $20 more.
But there's a year 140.
Yeah.
So they pretty much hitting you for what, about
$20 a month. 25.
Wait for Black Friday, try to get on sale.
Yeah.
They always do it around that time.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But I still gotta get on them sticks, get on it, because
you got.
It's people running around here thinking they run Street Fighter, man. I was like,
you got a lot of time that you missed.
Yeah, I know.
And these new kids was born from video games, and they
crazy.
don't. And they'll talk shit. They'll be 11 years old and whoop your ass, and then talk shit to you, and then send you emoji or some shit.
But I was gonna say this real quick. Y'all know what's the name was a real good flick, Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
box office says something.
It was
another the same dude that watched Meg 600 times. They got it.
I watched Meg once. I love it.
I heard the race scenes are.
Yes.
No, wait a minute. This is a true story?
Yeah, based on.
It's based off. It's a real.
And so the stunt driver in the movie is the real version that they did the story off of. He's the real guy that the story's based off.
I think y'all car nuts would really like the racing.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
It was really good, man.
93.4 worldwide. So
that's what it made.
Yeah,
I wonder what the budget was.
It couldn't have been more than that.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I heard that they have good moments in that movie. I heard that the racing is really, you can feel it almost. Yeah. I heard that
don't tell me that.
It was a real. Me and Brian sat there and watched it. We was like, this had no reason being this good, man. It's another one that when we do our end of the year films, it's going to be on a list of mine.
Yeah, where's Meg at?
Meg.
He said the basement.
No, it's gonna be after Barbie.
I don't know. I'm gonna put Meg on there a little higher just for the bullshit with y'all.
No. You gonna put Meg past Barbie?
No. Oh. But look, if I do, it's my list. Damn it.
It is. All right, what we got?
Wait, y'all talked about wrestling already?
Yeah.
Nah,
I was saving that for last.
So that's next.
That's a fire picture. Yeah, we got anything else?
Mm-mm.
Let me double check.
Yeah, we can. We're at an hour. Let's go ahead and.
We should have that little the little interface music.
Wait.
It got like the elevator music. It'd be like stand by for one moment. Like do.
So wait, I got you. Come on, Jason. We got a shout out our boy. Dropped the date of his album.
Oh yeah,
September 22nd.
All the dogs.
For all the dogs. September.
For all the homies.
I'd just like to let it be known. He's dropped a few albums in Virgo season. I'd just like that to be known. A few of his albums.
I remember his birthday, like literally right after
October.
He's a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio, I believe.
October's very own.
But
Scorpion.
He likes to drop his albums in September.
Yes,
I'll just say that.
Drake, the great one.
Yeah. Okay.
The great one.
Yeah.
That's what we call him.
All right.
That's what we call him.
All right.
Legend. Live a legend.
Hopefully some bangers on there,
Oh,
so
bangers. Always bangers.
I just want to be a rap album. It's called For All My Dogs, Please. Let it be a rap.
You know what? Me, like I feel like this.
He hasn't done no singing in a while.
I feel like this might be the rap one though, like the strict. I feel like
that one with 21 Savage was strictly rap.
Yeah, but it's a feature album. It ain't. I just want a Drake album.
And he had a couple.
And there was a couple songs on there that was a little slower. It wasn't for the club.
What you want to rap on trap beats?
I want him to come out.
Yo, Drake, nice trap beats.
Remember when he made the album with Future? They said he couldn't rap on trap beats.
Give me trap beats. Give me trap beats. Give me, just something where I can say, damn, this is how I can compare him to his contemporaries: J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. All right, I just want. I'm
gonna listen to it, man. So
I need tea time.
Tea time.
I just want one song that ain't radio, but it also snap.
He may put
a bunch of those, man.
But on a rap album.
So you just want a strictly rap album?
Give me an album. I don't want to hear
But
I just want a rap album so I can say this is the definitive Drake rap album that I can compare against Good Kid, Mad City, that I can compare against this album, that I can compare against this album.
Spitter album, basically.
I just want to hear a good rap album. I don't even care if it got trap beats or not.
I swear Kendrick got love songs on his damn albums. Though.
But Good Kid, Mad City is his definitive rap album that I can say this was my pinnacle.
Who's on that album? Oh, okay. I just wanted to remember who was on there.
Okay.
His biggest hit on that album was who was on it?
Nah, his biggest hit was
that. You gonna say that wasn't the biggest hit on the album? The one with him and Drake?
What was the drink? Pull up, drink.
Yeah.
That was the biggest one.
I don't like that song.
But that was like the hit of that
on
album.
The radio.
Radio.
Yeah. But he had other bangers on that album that weren't on the radio.
I mean, Drake got a lot of them
I'm never taking away Drake's ability to make a song.
You just want him to give us
a strictly
rap. I see what you're saying.
Album. That's
I think a lot of people have been waiting for
that. Is what's missing for him on his resume. Is he can do everything else. But when I say, all right, what's the definitive Drake rap album that you got to listen to this one rap album? You compare it against Biggie's first album. You can compare it against whoever's Ice Cube's album, whoever's album. You want to listen to this one? I can't do it.
He makes songs for the fellas. Then he makes songs for the woman. He's pleasing.
And then
I get it.
And then he makes songs for the fellas that have to deal with the women.
That's true.
Drake give me a lot of advice.
I get it. I just want. That's all I want. That's my birthday.
I feel you. But side note, while we're on that subject though, like I went back and listened to what was I rocking on last week? Oh, I was listening to Views, and I was listening to If You're Reading This. Those songs like One Dance and Controller and all those. Like when you haven't heard them on the radio and they, you hear them at the bar or the club once in a while, but when they come on and you haven't heard it in a long time, yo, they slap extra hard. I'm telling you, like throw on One Dance and you damn, this thing go hard. Like for a dance track, I'm saying for a dance track, not for a rap track, but
I get it.
Just once you don't hear it on the radio regularly and then you hear it, it's like, I know you want a strictly rap album
to make a song.
I think this might be it. I think this might be the one.
I just hope the one that's called For All My Dogs is the one that
for all the dogs.
It's gonna be it's for all the dogs.
After your birthday, man. He's gonna be all right.
He said for the dogs and the bitches.
Whoa. Yo, did y'all see that picture of Drake online that was circulating? I guess he had all the bras that he had online.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was like,
it's gonna be like album art.
I was hollering at that man.
Well, you saw the album art, right? His son drew the
the cover, but I got a feeling like that's gonna be associated with like one of the songs.
He should have took. It could have been that, or he could have took the bra picture and just.
He could have made a statue out of them bras. A sculpture, bro.
I might Photoshop somebody's head on here.
I'm just wondering what the Jones was looking like when they. Never mind.
All right, let's transition to wrestling. Let's transition to wrestling.
The boxing. Spence and Crawford fighting again.
Oh, they are
official.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is. It's at 154 though. So they're fighting 154, and then Shakur had a fight with Frank Martin, and then he backed out when they gave him the contract. I mean, he's gonna make the most money he ever made, and he backed out. And then Haney's fighting I can't say that dude name, but he fighting him in December in San Francisco.
Okay.
Let's give you an update.
All right. Is there any word on Crawford Spence 2 date?
No, it's supposed to be December. That's what they're looking at.
Damn, that quick?
Okay.
That's a quick turnaround.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, they say either December or January.
Damn.
And then Crawford knows his next two fights. He's gonna fight Spence again. And he's supposed to fight Canelo.
No. I think he'll drop Crawford said that's the biggest fight that they can make right now in boxing.
He said he's doing money fights. Yeah. When they tried to make him fight Boots, he was like, "What's the point?" He said, "If I beat him, he's young. But if he beats me, he was telling me some shit." I get what he was saying.
Yeah. I will go pay to watch Crawford Canelo.
That will be.
I'll get that.
That will be a must-see fight.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere.
You got a counter puncher and the guy who's going to come at him, man. So.
Yeah, but what happens though? They go 154 and then Spence just beats Crawford.
Then you got to do a trilogy.
Now
you got to do a trilogy. That delays the Canelo fight. That's all.
It'll delay it, but
the third fight, then what weight would you do it at?
Because there got to be 154.
You got to stay at.
They both said they can't make 147 no more.
Yeah, that's how the books.
Yeah. And then the fight is next Saturday. He's fighting Charlo, Canelo.
Yeah,
the 23rd.
That's an interesting fight.
That's Saturday
or 29th. It might be the next week.
Okay.
It's one of them two.
Like 2 weeks, I think.
Okay.
That's another interesting one, but
no, and then because you're fighting a brother that's really 154.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's an interesting fight.
And then he ain't the one he supposed to fight ain't fought in 2 years.
I know. So that's what I said.
Holding up a belt. Holding up a belt.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man.
All right. Let's do this. Wrestling.
The piece de resistance.
All right.
I just wanted to knock into the segue.
Let's start with the biggest. No,
it was nothing really.
Because WWE had Payback.
Oh, it's good.
I'd rather get that out of the way because we already know what the conversation is going to turn to.
All right,
Payback was wonderful.
It was a good pay. It was a good pay-per-view.
I still got
from start to finish.
I'm not mad at it. The cage match with the ladies was good. Owens and them did their thing.
It was like, so first match, the girls went out there. All right, this is what we did. It was like everybody like stepped their whole game up.
It was good though, man.
I wasn't bored.
Gotcha. John Cena. What was the main event of that?
Rollins and Nakamura.
Okay.
And they went at it, but the ending was kind of flat though. But you got what you got. But
okay, what were you about to say about John Cena?
John Cena's been back making appearances.
Okay.
Where's he at?
Who?
Cena, he's right here. We can't see him though.
I mean, you know who? What?
Go ahead.
But it's crazy because I didn't like them at first, but I've been watching pretty much for Judgment Day. I like Dom.
So they got all the belts. Let me say they got all the belts, but they all belted up. The whole crew belted up.
Belted up.
Charged up.
Belted up.
They charged up.
Wasn't even supposed to be like that.
I like Judgment Day.
I'm trying to think. What do I don't want to say that the wrong way. What is keeping me into WWE now? There's no. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have some Bray Wyatt action figures in the studio. If you can't tell, Exhibit A, and then Exhibit B. I got to get a little better focus on that one. I can't really see the one in the front, but so I'm thinking about what is grab. I'm a Shinsuke Nakamura fan, so I'll watch for Shinsuke as long as they keep him in the limelight. So I felt like they kind of
dropped the ball,
dropped him a little bit, and then trying to bring him back, trying to get the last of the juice out of him. But I'm trying to think what else that WWE has in their
roster.
Maybe
like Gunther.
Maybe Chad Gable and Gunther.
I've been liking Chad Gable.
Maybe
I like Gunther.
I'm
going to give that a shot.
In their defense, I mean, they on some of their pay-per-views, I mean, the matches have been good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and like shit on the matches that they've been having.
Is there a storyline that you like the most?
Right now?
Now that the blood, because even the bloodline's kind of not really the bloodline right now.
It's getting stale now.
So
to me, it is. But
what storyline?
This Judgment Day thing.
This is Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is getting me, and Walter is Gunther. Gunther is his arc right now is. I mean, he just running roughshod through that roster right now.
And I'm so glad he just broke the Honky Tonk Man's
Honky Tonk,
because I don't like Honky Tonk's on that list. He's on the list with Taker. He's on the list with Tito Santana. There's probably some other people that I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's a list of people that I've never I can't stand.
Okay.
Stand.
Undertaker on the list?
I can't stand the Undertaker.
Okay.
He is terrible.
It's your list.
He's been horrible since 92.
Okay.
I can't stand that guy. You didn't know?
I didn't.
I can't stand the Undertaker.
That's Jules' boy.
Look, I like him.
I was there to witness Jules' face when Undertaker lost at Mania.
You never seen the picture, did you?
Of what?
I'll show it to you. Jules' face when
it was when we was all watching, and this is a funny.
That wasn't
story.
you in the crowd where you was like,
no, that was me. And y'all know my eyes is big, so he's got a picture. Matter of fact, I knew this shirt was cursed from the fucking get go.
Oh yeah, I think you told me a story about that.
All right, well, America doesn't know this one, so I'm gonna tell it real quick. Jason has hated this man since we've been in high school. And this is over years.
5 years.
Yeah, about 5 years.
That's how they know you're lying.
I'm trying to save face.
I'm 28.
I'm trying to save face.
10 years.
But all right. Well,
he's 18, 10 years, yeah.
Well, a few years ago, this clown got me this Undertaker shirt. And I knew it was cursed because he bought it. Because he was like, I don't like this man. And then he said he saw it and he thought I would wear it.
It was great because that's when I used to get a lot of graphic tees from Gabe's. Back then it was still Rugged Warehouse. Mm-hmm. So, and then Jules and Brian used to always talk about, hey, I'd never find any T-shirts in my size there. It was like, oh, they don't never have the 3X. They always got the smaller sizes.
Yeah, put the sizes.
I mean, cause they tall. These dudes, they tall men. They tall men.
Yeah, I'm a big guy, man.
So then I seen it, and they never did used to have 3Xs, and I was like, Undertaker. I was like, pfft. And then I seen it was 3. I said, oh, now I gotta get this shit for Jules, cause I wouldn't have felt right seeing it and then not getting it for him. I was like, let me get it for him, man.
And the bad thing is, I done got him a CM Punk talk, and he knew at the time we was going at it because of this. But I picked that doll up for him, and that man had the best run of his damn career.
Yeah, I got.
He gets me this fucking shirt.
You got it for me.
He gets me this fucking shirt, and it was the night we wore it. Was the night the streak ended. And there's this hilarious picture that he took of my face when the ref counted 3. And
2 of them.
And my whole mouth was like.
We got the initial look of shock, and then we had the look once it sets in. It's I'll show it to you when we get off.
All right.
I was like, oh, I have not worn that shit since then. It has literally sat in.
So regardless of feelings, though, Undertaker's still a Hall of Famer. He's still, you could say, definitely top 10 wrestlers.
Top 10?
Huh?
Top 10?
Yeah, you gonna put somebody? You got 9 other people better. Career-wise, a better career than Undertaker?
Isaac Yikes.
Oh, damn.
I don't like Undertaker.
I'm saying, feelings aside. He has a top 10 career.
No, you don't. He's been my guy, man. So, like I said, he was I'm a fan of that dark stuff.
So you ran home every day. Oh, I can't wait to go see Undertaker. Fake roll his eyes through the back of his head. That's what you did every day? Hey, it wasn't nobody playing wrestling games picking no damn Undertaker.
I was.
Yeah, you big, you tall niggas. You gonna stick with your brother.
What the hell?
So yeah, I'm interested to see what's the next big draw for WWE. I think they do have some stuff that they need to revisit that they'll probably get before Mania, but I'm missing something that because I was looking forward to a Bray Wyatt return. Yeah. I like Shinsuke, but yeah, I'm looking for what it is in WWE.
You got open horizons, man. The LA Knight over there.
Yeah, you know what? I do fuck with LA.
Yeah.
And the little dig he did at
let me talk to you.
Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash.
Like it's things there. You got like
you know what it is? I don't watch SmackDown like that.
That's what you gotta watch. Yeah. Like I was telling Brian, I was like, that might be if they smart when they break them tag team belts, they give Waller and Theory a run. Cause fucking Waller's mouth alone does. You don't like Grayson Waller? Evil Paul Walker, as me and Brian call him.
I see that he got like the little Miz TV thing going on.
He gonna be more better than Miz.
But
you got to me. You gotta watch SmackDown.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I gotta watch SmackDown. I'm more of a robber, but I'll give it a shot. I do like what's his name? Yeah.
LA Knight.
LA Knight. I do like LA Knight. So
Bray Wyatt's last opponent.
Yep. All right. Let's transition to AEW.
Talk about the meat and potatoes.
And speaking of characters that I like, I've been telling y'all that I'm a fan of Penta.
Yeah.
I honestly think it, and it's hard because he's a great wrestler to me. I think he may be better served in WWE.
I was telling Brian that last night.
I think
A lot
he
of
deserves.
better.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, right.
I think he deserves
His style.
character development that he's not getting in WWE. And we
But
got a
they're not
glimpse of
getting
it when they
AEW.
did the Obscura thing, but they let him change back and forth, and it's not really hitting. But I think they could let him get character development in WWE into that.
Well, you know, they tried to
thing.
get him a couple years. They tried to get him and they tried to get him and his brother a couple years ago. But
Phoenix wanted to go, but he didn't want
But
to go.
he didn't want to go, so he stayed with his brother.
Nah, because somebody lied to him. Like I told Jason, they all been lied to. Oh, you get free creative control. No. That shit ain't happening.
Yeah.
I think his presentation, they would really do something with him over there, though.
Yeah.
I mean, his gimmick would fit that. Would fit a
Especially him
broader
in
audience.
NXT. Then he's
It fit a broader audience, man.
He reminds me of Penta. Of course,
He reminds you of Parker. I know. Everybody say
He reminds me of La Parker.
Everybody says
he
LaParker.
even does
he does the
I
little
like
thing,
he does
but he does his own version of it.
Yeah,
But
and
it'd be
it comes
smooth
up-
though when he be doing it.
It's
though.
it's real.
He ain't the
And-
real chairman of the board.
but
La Parker,
he
used to have
has a
He's
package.
got that charisma too.
I didn't really remember the Parker. See,
No, I'm talking about. Well, La Parker had charisma. He was one of the few of the luchadors that were masked.
but I feel like
I
That
felt
got
like
over.
yeah. But I think was it La Parker? Who was it? Was it Juventud?
Psychosis,
Oh, yeah.
Juventud,
Psychosis, Juventud.
Eddie, you had Ray.
the Mexicals.
Yeah, it was. La Parker was cool, but he never was like the one. It was always either it was
Right.
Rey Mysterio. It was either Juventud. Juventud had a good like year or two run. It was always somebody else to face instead of La Parker. Even Psychosis
That's literally what they're doing with
Well, what?
with
Penta
Penta.
right now. Yeah,
And
He's-
so
like I feel
my
like he should
argument
be.
is, but right now I feel like there is no real comparison to Penta. There's the other smaller luchadors,
Yeah, he's big.
He's a
but
He
when
got
it comes to
bigger, man.
direct comparison to Penta, I don't see it.
He's a
I
big
see
dude.
the smaller ones that go against Ray Phoenix and all the other mask guys.
he's a big luchador.
But this is a
though.
big dude who's moving like them, but he also has the strength package where he can pick you up, do the drivers and all the other stuff that the other ones can't do.
You see when he was fighting Samoa Joe the other day?
Yeah.
They got
They
it.
chopping each other.
Chopping
I was
each
like,
other.
damn.
And then he
And
did a
Joe
little.
big
He did,
dude.
I was like, this is smooth.
No, it's like how
But
he's just.
I wish they could give him a dark storyline, WWE presentation wise, and let the little lights go dim, let the little cane fire come out, and
They don't know how to do that over there.
I know, and I fucking hate it. I hate it. I love that
think-
he's a wrestler. He can wrestle. I get it. I can see it. I can see him
He
wrestle.
got a style of matches, anything over there.
But
Really, that's
he
right down his
can't.
alley.
And people root for him. You can hear it when he could do the Saturday, but he's not going to be the face. He's not going to be a champion over there. I feel like because he's limited in his storytelling, and I think he's his look is perfect for a storyteller that can help get him over somewhere. In the sense of Bray, even if they don't go that route, but you undertake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That give him that. And I feel like it'd be perfect in WWE. But either way, I'm digressing. That's something I thought about yesterday when I was watching that match with him and Joe.
And that was a real good fight, though, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go.
I wonder if anybody watched the show, though.
I turned at the end just to see Penta.
Yeah.
So your
I
girl
watched
came
that,
back,
man.
though, man.
Who that?
Yeah, I saw.
Jade.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did see
Jade
it. I
came
saw it
back.
online. I saw it
I saw it
online.
online, too.
And she looking like
Another thing that made no sense.
a big
So she
chocolate
comes back and she goes after the
bar.
same belt.
heart.
That's whack.
Huh? She going after the
Comes back
same.
and goes after
She
the
gotta get her
same
belt
belt.
back.
Like, why don't she go after?
And at
Soraya.
some point, they gotta let them fight each other.
Man, it's been like 4
I know,
years. She
I
ain't
know,
fought none.
I know. And it's a little annoying to me because I already knew Penta was gonna lose.
You could tell who gonna win that tournament.
You can tell, and that's what I don't like about it. I'm like, because you stop this bullshit. Don't give me these matchups where I can see how y'all gonna do the storyline.
Like basically when Joe and MGF had that face
exactly.
off, and as soon as I seen the tournament, I said, okay,
yes,
you know who's gonna win.
Exactly. And it's something about these matchups. Sometimes I get real pissed off. I hate the fact they only let those triples when Penta and them got it only fight the elite.
Best of 7.
They only win against the elite, then lost it. They didn't even get to really defend it. Yeah. What? What?
Yeah, they did.
What? So whatever.
So you want to go to All In because that's really going to be where our story starts.
Sure. Let's go back.
Congratulations to AEW. 2 weeks ago, setting the record, all-time record for wrestling event.
That's good for them. That's good for them. I mean, honestly,
I'll give them that.
Let me ask you this: do they do that again?
No, they're not going to do it
next year.
No.
Yeah, it's the same spot again. Me and Jace had a long conversation about.
Does it happen off the strength that people just wanted to break, and then people just buy tickets just so they could be a part of breaking the original record?
No,
you can't even call it the original record.
Well, not the record, but break the previous year's record.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
I think what happened is
they changing the location. I thought
it was going back there, but it's not going to sell. Jason is going to explain to you why.
And I was listening to Cornette. I listened to a lot of Cornette. They said the thing with this one was it was a first. It was a first. It was they're having an event. It became an event outside of it being a wrestling show. It became a thing because they've never been over here. They're going to do it at this state at what was it? Wembley.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're going to do it here at Wembley. They've never had this type of thing here before. We're going to go. Even I think some people there weren't even really wrestling fans. They were just coming, kind of like how when the NFL goes over to Europe.
They just went for an event.
I don't think all those people watch American football. They just going because hey, they're coming here. It's an event to go to. We're going to go. So I think that's the initial thing about it this year was because this was the first year. It's new. We want to say we were there to do it. Now next year is going to be like, they're doing it again. I went last year. I'm cool.
I hear it, but I also think there might be a sense of can we break what we did last year?
They don't have the star power.
Maybe.
Their biggest draw got fired.
and we'll touch that.
Danny Masterson.
What if what if they acquire
who?
I don't know who.
I don't think they get another name that big again.
But even with CM Punk gone.
Well, hold on. We're gonna go into
even with that
chronologically
situation. I think. Because I was gonna say,
I'm gonna tell you how I told Jason
who's big enough for them to get.
I mean, he wasn't the main event.
But if he walked down the street,
he's the biggest name they've had in that company.
If he walked down the street with another WWE star, CM Punk and such and such. You do that right now with anybody over there, they ain't gonna know who the hell half of them people is over there besides Sting. It ain't Moxley.
That ain't Daniel.
Bryan. You're gonna have to come back to me on this one.
I'm just CM Punk was their biggest draw. He's the reason why they got the second show.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff. He's the reason for them doing.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. So all.
But you can stay all in.
We gave them their flowers. The matches were crazy.
Yeah, it was a good pay per view.
Some matches better than others.
Yeah, but overall, good pay per view.
The big story ends up being Jack Perry saying what he said on camera.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's funny.
Tony Khan Tony Khan not recognizing or possibly recognize or me and Cap were talking about this, possibly recognizing the situation for what was going on, but not taking the proper steps to avoid that situation.
Yeah.
And this is also stemming from incidents from a year ago.
So let's paint all this in picture now that we're all in good pay-per-view. Okay. So now we're referring to CM Punk. Okay. and we're talking about what led ultimately to fire him from AEW.
Fire.
Okay.
I'm scared for my life.
Obviously, he was suspended from a previous altercation from a year ago at another pay-per-view against the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. Okay? A physical altercation. Now, we get to All In's pay-per-view this year. Prior to All In, Jack Perry was attempting to use real glass in some of his stunts.
Which was the dumbest thing.
On the episode of Collision.
And advisors told him not to. And then CM Punk was brought in to try to talk to him. Or CM Punk tried to talk to him.
Mediating.
And you know, change his mind.
They described it as Jack Perry having a quote-unquote tantrum, whatever that meant.
And he tried to help change his mind. Apparently, this was a little rift between Jack Perry and CM Punk because of this. But when Jack Perry's match at All In, during that match, he looked at the camera and said, "Look, it's real glass, whatever." He was saying, "Cry me a river." Mm-hmm. And what you're alluding to about Tony Khan not taking the right precautions after Jack Perry's match ends immediately leads to CM Punk's entrance.
CM Punk is in Gorilla,
and
waiting to go out.
Obviously, they cross paths because of that, and this leads to a verbal, altercation that goes to a physical altercation.
Apparently, they got footage of it.
Whoever said what to who, we don't know yet, but words were exchanged.
A punch was thrown, allegedly.
A front
chokeholds,
a face lock was applied.
Some type of chokehold and whatever. A physical altercation ensued. So we get to, was it last week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was
and after Tony Khan's, investigation and review and consulting, it was advised that he fire CM Punk, which he did
as a talent and as a employee, because
I do see CM Punk's merchandise still on AEW.
They're going to pull it though.
He had two contracts. He had two separate contracts.
One for what?
There's one as an employee. What I was reading is I think Punk was part of creative. Okay. He was working closely with Tony.
Okay.
Tony, but that was, and that's even before Collision. So the whole time he's had two contracts.
Okay.
He had a what is called his employee contract and then performer wrestler contract. So
okay.
He was let go of both jobs.
So
on his day off.
So now we're here today. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about everything.
I think everybody's at fault.
So part of it is we're arguing over glass, and I'm like, what the fuck? All because of glass. Now we're here at this point. But part of it too is, God damn it, dude. And I'm glad you're a man of your word, but you just got back. Don't try to get into a fight unless he was purposely
set up
trying to leave.
What I say, Jason?
And me and Kat was talking about that.
And now I'm starting to believe it a little bit that he purposely wanted to get out of that
so he can go back.
I don't think he liked whatever situation he was in there, and so we did hear about him having a hard time getting to Wembley.
They didn't have any.
There was a lot of hiccups,
and then
along
the
that way.
Number that he. But my whole question about that was, what number did Punk get that didn't work? I said because everybody else got some sort of information that got them to the thing, and Punk, your biggest star. Like I don't care if he was main event or not. Your biggest star in that company. You mean to tell me y'all couldn't get a car for him, and then the number you give him bounces back, and it's not even, it doesn't bounce back to nothing. And then they said he was trying to contact anybody from management, and nobody was like, "Hey, Phil's calling us." Punk's trying to call, like nobody got the call.
It's weird they wasn't all as a group.
And then they said he
right.
Well, they said apparently he was down Atlantic. I think he was filming for Heels. And something about he was spending time with AJ and his dog. And then something about his flight plans. And then they were supposed to be doing that meeting with the elite was another reason why he was down there.
So
in Atlanta,
what I hear about that meeting with the elite is they never agreed to a meeting. They agreed to something about if he can go 6 months, we'll consider working with him.
But that's
and then there was some other thing in that
right
in
there
that verbiage.
is
Again, it's kind of suspect that you wait until
6 months
after he gets fired to even say something about that. That's kind of corny to me.
And it's weird that you have a time stipulation on when you're willing to talk to him. Like, yo, if you go, like, he's not your child. Like, he's not on punishment.
It's just corny. I would never even release. I wouldn't even release that information. I would just let that.
I'll put it like this: had this been Vince McMahon, this would have been an issue that would have been solved right there.
Vince would have been like, "Hey, you guys done? All right, get out there."
They would have been
gonna book you in a program together.
Yeah, he would have made money off of that. I mean, to me, they cost themselves money. Out of all this. I mean, because controversy creates cash. I mean, and that was probably your biggest rival. That was your biggest feud. That would have generated at least 2 million people. I mean, their pettiness just cost themselves some serious bread. At the end of the day,
it's not just them.
I know. I said it's
no. What I'm saying is, like I was telling Jason, a whole month ago, everybody looked and was like, "Yo, Bucks and Hangman, all them gone." Then all of a sudden, they do a 180, whoop, and sign. Like I told Jason, they probably Tony Khan probably, well, what is it for y'all to stay? What I gotta do? Oh, you gotta get rid of Punk. It's funny that after they signed, 3 weeks later, he get fired.
Like the timing sucks.
The time don't add up.
It has me looking,
and just the fact that you said if he goes 6 months without being in any trouble, like that's weird. That's like, yo.
But my whole thing with this thing is that this is the second big guy from that company that has left. I mean, Cody left. He's not saying what happened.
There is a feeling that Cody also, may have not seen eye to eye with the elites, really,
because it's crazy.
And that was his.
I mean, that's two of your biggest draws over there, and they're going back over to the enemy.
So, speaking, go ahead, Corey.
And then one more thing, like I was telling Jason, I was like, yo, I think he's seen the same shit that fucking Rhodes seen. That's why I told Jason, I said, that's why I kept telling him for a while, yo, he's trying to get himself fired. Come on, you went to WWE knowing that was going to be public.
Yeah.
Come on, like I feel like he looked and was like, how can I get out of here?
Yeah.
I need to find a way out.
He's probably over there. He's like, yo,
Cody, you was right.
He's like, not saying that the plan's in full effect, but I might be out that bitch too.
Now,
and he thought he was going to be fired for that backstage brawl because WWE already had something planned for him in case he got fired. About
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Kevin Owens eliminated him. He's supposed to fight Kevin Owens at Mania.
Now, if I'm Triple H, I'm looking at CM Punk, right?
You have to.
Right? We're at least having that conversation.
He's the biggest free agent on the market, period.
We're having that conversation at least, right?
You know what I want him to do before?
Is Vince McMahon petty enough to say?
It's not even Vince no more. It's Endeavor. He already worked for Endeavor before. When he wrestled, when he fought for UFC, them same people he worked for.
And he said they have a good relationship. I mean, it didn't work out for him in UFC.
And Triple H said he don't have a problem coming back.
Now,
I think they spoke more than what people are saying.
This is WWE. WWE, I think, about to blow up.
But you know what I want to do first, or what I want Punk to do first before he signs with WWE? I want him to go do Bound for Glory in Chicago. Like, you know how sometimes, like,
Survivor Series in Chicago.
You go do a show here.
People are saying
you do a show there before you sign this show. But be like, yo, I'm still free. I'm gonna show up in TNA. I ain't been Impact. I ain't been here in X amount of years.
Yeah.
Let me show my face. Go do a little thing for their pay per view. It's in my town. Yeah. And then,
I can see that.
Like, for me,
he's a lightning rod, man.
For me, it was like the whole. Even Tony Khan's statement that he claimed was his, and then he claims it was his decision.
Yeah.
That whole thing sounded like a lawyer wrote that for you. And then he reiterates, "Oh, the decision was mine and mine alone." No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I just think the whole situation, everybody's.
It was something that said he was advised by counsel
And who was the council?
And then the council came out, and you know who's on that council? It was a bunch of wrestlers.
And the council was the wrestler. I bet some of them were the elite. And then the girl, their head of legal, is friends with the elite.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, is a conflict of interest. Like
Matt Hardy was on that.
Yeah, I heard Matt Hardy on some bitch shit right now, man. And I like Matt Hardy, but he a sucker right now.
I don't think Edge going to AEW. That's what I was
he basically killed that.
Yeah, I thought Edge was going over there.
I forgot all about that.
Edge looked over. He was like, "Yeah, I'm cool."
I don't think Edge is going there.
He said, "I think I'm
gonna do this is my dream gig. I'm good."
But it just after a while just started feeling like a hit job because every other day was something different from the dirt sheets. Like they came out with CM Punk and Miro had a confrontation in the back, but and then it came out that they were joking with each other, and it just, I don't know, felt like a hit job.
Man, they used Punk. I don't care what anybody say.
They did what they were supposed to do.
They used him to try to get back at WWE. Realized it didn't work.
And then, did you see the victory lap?
Yeah.
They came out. Bucks came out. Collision did a victory lap.
It's no surprise they didn't like each other. I mean, and if I got knocked out by CM Punk and he got fired,
me and my brother,
he's like,
we both got knocked out.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're all
like, he got you, and he got you.
I mean, to be honest, any star that went over there from WWE, who have they done? I told you it's gonna be WCW all over again. He looked like when the Warrior went over there. Nothing happened.
It sucks because I remember that feeling last year when we thought AEW struck lightning. Yeah. And they had that CM Punk MJF. Was it last year? It was early last year.
Mm-hmm, last year.
They struck gold with that feud. And it was going to be the biggest storyline of the year until it fizzled out because of the fight and everything. And now to see where it's at today, I'm like, damn, they had a chance to be like the programming.
The fall from grace.
The it programming. In my opinion, I thought that was going to be their defining moment to become that. You got to watch this. That little rant MJF did put him
in a whole other tax bracket.
Made him eyes look at him. WWE's going to look at him next year. Some people are going to look at him next year. I don't know who can afford him, probably other than WWE, but people are going to look at him next year. And I felt his value went down because of this, and the way they recovered it with Moxley, and it didn't feel right. Nothing. He got lucky again with Adam Cole. This matchup with Adam Cole,
and I feel like this was completely an accident.
Luck.
It was a complete accident.
His height was when he was feuding with CM Punk, and that was like, I'm tuning in this Wednesday to see what happens, because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen.
Now, to me, this belt, this heavyweight belt is this lost. It's not even.
It is what it is.
It's lost in the shuffle now.
But now we're looking at, all right, who's MJF's opponent for this title again?
Samoa Joe.
We're looking at Samoa Joe. We're going to keep doing this Adam Cole thing off and on. We're going to do. Who are you going to do? Who you going to do? You're not going to do Moxley again. I don't give a fuck about Moxley. Who you going to do? Orange Juice. That's the only dude I can think of. What's his name? Orange Cassidy.
I like Orange Cassidy.
I like Orange Cassidy. He's the best. To me, he's the best wrestler AEW got. No,
he been going hard.
Sting.
I like him.
Come on,
Sting don't make no sense.
I walk
life for Sting been taking chances.
Sting been going hard taking chances. I will give him that.
Ever since that dive, ever since he took that motherfucking swan tongue, whatever that was from Guevara, the next week, that motherfucker jumped off of
a balcony.
He jumped off the ladder from the ring onto the announcement table. Remember that shit? And barely made it. Cut his lip.
He lost it. Meanwhile, he got all the grandpas in America thinking they could beat up young kids.
But to me,
wrestling
Orange Cassidy is the best that they had. I don't know if y'all disagree or not. That's up to. But Orange Cassidy been going in. I've been saying like, damn, how many times a motherfucker gonna wrestle? Yeah. He been wrestling week in, week out.
I like that he finally cut a promo too.
And that promo was like, you gotta.
But then you had Moxley beat him and take the title. Yeah, which kind of was
Okay, he need a break. He definitely. If anybody in that company needed a break,
It's definitely him.
Orange Cassidy needed a break. He week in, week out wrestling, and he doing other shows sometimes.
And I see me and Cap were talking about. I said, I see what you like. I like Bryan Danielson just as much as the next guy, but he's not that star power.
He's not.
That Punk was.
Remember I was trying to tell you?
I said he's not that. And neither is Moxley. They're not that star power that Punk is. Remember, you're sticking them in there to try to be the spot, but it's not going to fill up.
A few weeks ago, I was doing this comparison about. I'm not saying he's Bret Hart, but at some point, especially at the end of Bret Hart's career, WWE had to make a decision: do we keep Bret Hart or do we put our bet into Shawn Michaels? And they put their money into Shawn Michaels, let Bret Hart go. When I'm looking at. And he's at the end of his career. All right, I give him that.
Because he's saying like I think he's doing
one. When I look at it,
bring up Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, because he was like this year.
He got about like a year left. Yeah.
And Sports Illustrated.
But even the last year or so that he's been there, I'm looking at his matches. I'm like, they're cool, but nothing really exciting me. His matches, Moxley's matches are the worst to me. It's like him and Kingston is like if they fighting each other.
Cornette calls him the plumber. He's like the plumber. He's like, he got me.
All he's
got
doing is just, every match and he's bleeding.
I don't know at which point when we start calling Bryan Danielson arguably best in the world. When did that happen? Did that been happen?
He can go. I mean, he's definitely top 20, man. But.
Would you rather watch Bryan Danielson or Orange Cassidy?
It depends on who Orange Cassidy fighting.
Yeah, who's fighting?
Orange Cassidy, Samoa Joe.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to me.
I'm watching Joe.
I
like Joe. I'm biased. And I like Orange, but I think Daniel Bryan's style clashes with a lot more guys.
I just don't.
Right
that's not appealing to me.
I mean, I'd rather see him fight Will Ospreay, but he's gonna fight Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, see, but you put anybody against Ospreay, it's gonna be a good match. He made Jericho look alright in that last pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Ospreay is different to me. That's the one dude. Right now, I would say if I had to pick, I had to get my draft pick. I'm going with Ospreay one.
He's a free agent this year too.
Yeah,
and he's saying that he's listening to everybody.
Yeah, that boy different.
And then you gotta.
I think his style would be.
I want to see Ospreay versus AJ Styles so bad. I want to see Ospreay AJ Styles match.
More money going with Vince.
I don't think he really. I don't think they gotta clean him up, and I don't think he really cared. I think he might be young minded.
I think it would be
AEW's gonna throw him some money.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna have some good matches.
If he can slow down a little bit and have a slower style, he would last a little longer with.
Nah, man.
Move into it.
No, he ain't gonna do no slower style.
I gotta see him go all
He told y'all this is my slower style.
No, I'm just saying.
He didn't mean he don't wrestle as fast as
this is a slower style.
This is slower
he said this all you get.
Because he's flying all over the damn place. I like the guy, man. But
me and you gonna go in October. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see if they're gonna
have fun with that.
I'm gonna wear 2 CM Punk shirts and see if they're
gonna tell you turn that shit
inside out.
They go to competition.
Which I thought that was kind of wacky.
I watched it be on sale there because they gotta get rid of the stock.
Yeah, they said they still got Punk shirts.
What you mean? Let's put this.
Yeah, is it on sale?
All I gotta do is send some kids in Africa.
But yeah, it's wild. Like then I'm worried about FTR now.
I'm not worried about it.
Because now y'all starting to fuck with them now.
What you mean? They about to get buried.
They gonna lose the titles for sure. They're gonna lose the title. Well, unless they do this as a gesture of good faith.
You got
like, hey, we don't got nothing against y'all, so we let y'all beat Young Bucks. We're gonna let y'all keep it for however many. But now they trying to. They even said we want to fight the best we got to offer, blah blah blah. They doing some FTR tag tournament. They're gonna lose at the end of this tournament thing that they announced. I got a feeling
they supported CM Punk, so they got
but in a gesture of good faith, I feel like they're gonna be like, you never did nothing against us. I know that y'all were friends, but let's try to let bygones be bygones. It's gonna look bad if they lose FTR and Punk.
It's just a
Fire Ace Steel.
Yeah, but he was the collateral. He was in the brawl too. So.
Anybody supporting Punk, they about to bury the shit out.
Yup.
Hey, Sky Blue supporting Punk. When
the last time you seen her on TV?
When they was in Chicago?
I don't even remember. I don't even
know who the hell
they
got her coming out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't care, Jay.
She there for one reason. And everybody know why she there.
Yeah.
And she gonna be on there every week.
Homegrown talent.
Yam City.
All right.
But yeah.
Any final words about CM Punk?
It's gonna be messy. I'm ready to hear what Punk has to say.
He has not said nothing, but you expect something to come out at some point.
The world on fire. But
and there's a lot of speculation that he has something to say recently.
And I feel like there's people in there that still, like Mark Henry didn't sound too happy about how things went down. Jericho really didn't say anything bad. Jericho actually was kind of politically correct about something for once. Yeah, Jericho didn't say nothing crazy. They said him and Moxley shrugged each other off at the airport. Moxley and Punk, they ran into each other. They shrugged each other off. Okay. Even though Punk cut that whole promo about you going to rehab and giving you big ups and all that, but nobody want to talk about that shit. But yeah,
like I just said, just end of the day, I just think everybody's at fault because they just cost a lot. They cost themselves more money.
I mean, Punk paid though. Like
AEW
go lose
as a company. I mean, Tony Khan looked like he's just trying to be there for it. As talents, they should have sat down in a room and like, look, we don't gotta like each other, but we gonna make money. If Matt Hardy and what was it, Edge can make money off of a real beef.
Nah, I sent y'all that video. That motherfucker.
He
said fuck that. That last day he said fuck that.
He got fired the first time.
I just want to see the footage. Because what's the name talking about he feared for his life? I'm like, yo, Punk was back there with the hammer. What, he about to let off? Like, what was this? Like,
he grabbed
you felt the staff was in danger. Like, what was Punk was back here with the shot. He was like, what was going on?
He grabbed the toast from what's the name bag.
Right? He said, yo, he said, Cash Wheeler, that's his time. He said, get the gun.
That's what happened. That's what happened, man. Tony Khan heard him say, "Go get the gun."
He might have got it from Arn Anderson too. It's like, yo, Arn, you got it in the bag.
38 special.
Armed Anderson.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Jack Perry hit the ground and said,
and the thing is, people online talking about, oh, Punk's never going to work. I was like, he's going to be able to work again.
Yeah, he's on hills. He might even come and say
if he decides to wrestle again, he's going to have a job. Like, y'all acting like WWE didn't take back Ultimate Warrior and Bret Hart, and how many chances did Randy Orton get? And
they always come back home.
And Shawn Michaels was a fucking head case. Like, I feel like people forget what's happened before. I'm like, yo, this ain't even that bad. Like, we was having mothers really wilding out. Yeah.
Technically,
like if social media was around back then, oh man, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
technically, he beat up the competition. So,
I mean, when they was running that promo when he tells
that was Jack Perry.
It looked like I'm all right.
That's the crackhead on the floor. I'm
Jack Perry hit the glass.
So when they have that where he's in the room with Jack Perry and he's like, one day I'm gonna kick your ass. Like that shit just looks crazy now. But it is what it is.
I mean, they cost themselves so much.
All I'm saying is they want to book it. Go ahead, book that. You have Roman come out there. Cap gave you the run. He gave me the rundown. How it should go down.
Just go out there and be like, I ain't got nobody to defend his title against. Normally, because something happened to Seth. I was saying maybe Seth was at a match. You know, they do championship. They go, oh, he got attacked. I told Jake to turn the motherfucking lights off, and they play that music. It's a wrap.
You know what would be crazy?
It's Mania.
Like, even if they turn
it's WrestleMania, right?
If they
we talking about Survivor Series in Chicago.
Survivor Series.
And then what would be crazy if even they cut the lights off, and then you hear somebody say, "They wanted me to make you look strong." I mean, there's so many ways you could go with it. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
And then I'm feeling now like after everything happened, because I like AEW. I want them to succeed. I just see how shit's starting to go now.
They're taking a big step backwards.
If you're not friends with certain people,
you ain't getting over.
They're gonna fuck with you now, and like I think that might even discourage other people from going, because if they're looking at it like, well, damn, they in there fucking with Punk, and they fired him. Like, why would I want to go over there and feel like, if I'm not friends with the elite, or if I'm not cool with these folk over here, they could do whatever they want in there. So,
All right. We're almost at 2 hours, so let's go ahead and wrap this up.
All right.
We had 2 weeks worth of stuff to talk about. So.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
All right.
There's a lot tonight.
Yeah. Good. Let's
Giants lose 40-0.
What was the score?
40-0. 40 burger.
Mike going hard right now.
He at McDonald's.
He just ordered another.
Nah, he doing a victory lap with a quarter pounder in his hand. Oh yeah, happy birthday too.
Happy birthday,
McDonald's.
All right, let's wrap this up. Episode 47, correct?
Yes, thank you guys for joining us for episodio 47.
The Watchers Podcast.
Watchers Podcast, WATCH, hard ERZ.
And that's on
Apple,
Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram.
But not on Pornhub. So we going out of here. To my left,
Tavon, Tri-State _tip.
Smitty Green Giant, formerly known as the Damaging.
I forgot about that name. Corey J on Instagram.
and if you hanging down at the beach with your homies and they call you and tell you to slide, make sure you slide. Don't be a sucker. This is Tiger Helly 19 on the IGZs, the snaps, on the Facebook. It's the government by way of my page, Jason Williams. And yeah.
Shout out to Khalil.
Oh yeah, shout out to Khalil Bubba. Well wishes, hoping you're recuperating. And guys, don't be driving drunk and running after chicks that are talking to other dudes, and because you fucking up people's lives. But yeah,
all right,
we're gonna get off that. But yeah, if your boy tell you slide to the left. 1 hop 2 times. Later.